My name is Marine Staff Sergeant Chad Brumpton. In 2005, I was injured in Iraq when an IED blast hit my tank. This ultimately resulted in bilateral amputation, compression fractures in my back, and a TBI. So I joined the Marine Corps in 1994. I had gone to college at Boise State University for a little while, but I needed more of a challenge, more adventure, I guess you could say. I decided to get out of active duty, but stay in the reserves. 2005, we were activated for Iraq. My platoon, we got attached to Alpha Company 1st Tanks out of 29 Palms. I loved being a tanker. I miss it a lot. It was just amazing to be in that machine. May 8th, 2005 was the first day of Operation Matador. There was a bridge that they called the Golden Gate Bridge that crossed Euphrates. We got tasked as it kicked off that we had to go secure this bridge. It was hours and hours later, sitting on this dirt road, watching this bridge. The whole time we're being mortared, small arms fire, and as we backed out of our position, an IED blast went off. I remember waking up inside the tank and I was slumped over my gunner, and it just looked like we were in a trash dumpster. And the blast that came pretty much right under my left foot had severed all the power, severed all our hydraulics, start hitting switches to power things up and trying the radio. I couldn't communicate. My hand was broken, my wrist was broken, I had shrapnel through my hand, my arm was shredded, and then I was trying to stand up. I was just collapsing. Everything below my knee was shattered to pieces. And I think that was about the time when I started to almost panic a little bit, trying to yell for help, get us out of here, someone. And then I saw Sergeant Luke Miller on top of my tank. This whole time we're taking small arms fire. And he came and grabbed me, threw us on the helicopter. Helicopter's getting shot, and gets us out of there. So I went through 2.5 years of limb salvage, and then had my amputation in January 2008. I was taking so much pain medication, I just was done with dealing with pain just to get out of bed. PTSD and recovery and learning to walk again on these stilts and being bilateral. It was a lot at first. I use a wheelchair every day. We've modified some of the things in our home, but it's not fully adapted. And I had a revision surgery in 2020, right before COVID. And that really brought it back to being in a wheelchair again. I was in a wheelchair again full time for a little over 2 months. And I was just realizing how bad our house is not set up for a wheelchair. Yeah, hopes for our troops is freedom. Being able to get anywhere in a wheelchair, to me, gives a sense of safety, peace, less stress. Not realizing there was an organization like this to do such an amazing gift. For Hopes for Our Troop supporters, a thank you will never be enough. You would never realize the obstacles in your life until you're in a wheelchair, until you're an amputee. The thanks I would have for these donors will never be enough.